Okay, hi folks, I welcome you back to Global Education Zone. And in this episode, I'm going to be teaching you guys about diagonal scales, how to draw diagonal scales. Now, basically, with a diagonal scale, it is possible to measure to a fine degree of accuracy with three units of measurements like centimeters, millimeters, and tenths of a millimeter. So basically, in a previous episode, I talked about plane scales on this course, but now in this episode, we're going to be dealing with diagonal scales. And the difference between plane scales and diagonal scales is that diagonal scales allow you to measure distances to a finer degree of accuracy. So in the case of plane scales, you can only measure to let's say 1 decimal place of your original measuring unit, but in this case you can measure up to 2 decimal places. So you can see in this diagram we have originally we have centimeters. So this is in centimeters, so this is millimeters here. Now when you divide the centimeter into 10 millimeters here, you construct a diagonal scale. It's called the diagonal scale because it is the lines that are not vertical, they are actually at an angle to the plane of the diagonal scale. So basically, so when you have this, you can pick the first decimal point on this horizontal scale, and then you pick the second decimal place on this vertical scale. So let's just call it significant figures. You can have two different significant figures from this diagonal scale, whereas in a plane scale you have only one significant figure. So in this video, we're going to be dealing with this diagonal scale. I'll be drawing the diagonal scale. We'll be doing this exercise, and we'll also do this exercise. So first of all, to construct a diagonal scale of centimeters to read up to 11 centimeters in meters and tenths of a meter. So let me explain this. The questions on diagonal scale, it often asks you to construct a diagonal scale of centimeters. So what that means is you are going to measure in centimeters, but now you are going to read up to 11 centimeters. So when I say up to 11 centimeters, so if you are measuring in centimeters to read up to 11 centimeters, so that is 11 centimeters. You are measuring 11 centimeters with your ruler, and then in millimeters and tenths of a millimeter. So now actually this is in centimeters. The real scale is in centimeters, but the diagonal scale will be in millimeters and tenths of millimeters. So now let's get to work with this exercise. So the first thing I'll be doing here is measuring 11 centimeters. So I'll measure 11 centimeters length for my ruler. I'll do the measurements. Let's do 11. So I will start from 1. So 11 centimeters, that'll be from 1 to 2 to 3, 4. That's 1 to 2 is 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I know that this is 12, but actually the span is 11 centimeters. So for those of you that might think I've made a mistake for stopping at 12, it's actually 11, not 12. So let's call this A and B. And the next thing to do is you draw AB 11 centimeters long and to divide into 11 equal parts. So let's do that, division into 11 equal parts. So we have one part here, we have two parts here, 3 parts, fourth part, the fifth part, the sixth part, the seventh part, the eighth part, ninth part, 10th part. So here we go. Now the next stage is you divide the first unit into 10 equal parts, and then the third stage is to erect a perpendicular AC at any coordinate height. So let's just, the perpendicular is at a 90-degree angle, right? So let's just erect a perpendicular through each of these points. So let me start from A. This is my perpendicular. It can be any height. So after doing this, I'll pick the height to be used. Good. So the next thing we'll do is we'll decide the height to use. So let me use the height of let's say 1.5 centimeters. So I just choose that height. You can decide to use any height for your own. That's if you are following me. So we also have this. So I will draw the height now. This height, we have the height here. So let me take check it through. Now this is the height of the diagonal scale. Now the next step is to divide one of those equal parts into 10 portions. So we'll divide one of them into 10 equal parts. So let's divide this first one into 10 equal parts. So we'll have one. So I think I'll have to zoom in so you can see this in detail. So now this is it zoomed in. So I'm dividing into 10 equal parts. So you have the first division, second division, third division, fourth division, fifth division, sixth division, seventh division, eighth division, ninth division, 10th division. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this 8, and this 9. So good. So the next thing to do is we'll transfer this top to the top. So if you don't want to do the transfer, you can just measure them again at the top. So in order not to waste time doing the transfer, let's just measure them. So I have first division, second division, third division, fourth division, fifth division, sixth division, seventh division, eighth division, ninth division, and 10th division. So we are good to go. Now the next step is to draw the diagonal scale. So you will make use of a 1 unit slope. So because of this, we are going to have one extra unit of decimal place, because we are making use of 1 unit place slope. So it will slope like this. So you draw the second downward to the first. So let's draw the second downward to the first, the third to the second. Let's go to the second, the fourth to the third, fifth to the fourth, sixth to the fifth. So here we go. 7th to the 6th, 8th to the 7th. Yes, 8th to the 7th, 9th to the 8th, 10th to the 9th. So here we go, and the 10th to the 9th. So here we go. So now this is our diagonal scale of 1 unit slope. Now the next step is you can be asked in your examination to actually maybe you can be asked to measure a unit using the diagonal. Let's say if we asked to measure 55.9 millimeters. So here we'll have 55.9. So from here to here, let's say we are starting from here. So it's 55.9. Let's have 5 whole parts. 5. So that stands for the 50 millimeters. So now this 50 millimeters from here to here. From here to here, this 50 millimeters. So now 55.9 means we will need 5 millimeters and then 9 to the tenth of a centimeter, of a millimeter rather. So we'll measure 5 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's horizontally, and then we'll take it upwards. So for us to take it upwards, we actually have to divide this height into 10 equal parts. So I'll do that now. So that's for the second scale. We'll divide the height into 10 equal parts too. Now to divide a line into equal parts, just draw a line at an angle to that line and divide that line into 10 equal parts. So let me draw a line of, let's say, 2 centimeters, or even 3. Let's use 3 centimeters. So divide this line into 10 equal parts. That's each of the divisions will be 3 centimeters in length. So let's start from 6 to 9. So I have 3 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and then 30. So we divide into 10 equal parts. So let's join the final division to the first, and then we'll begin to draw lines parallel to that the line we drew to the first. So I'm making it a combination of my. So let me zoom in so you can see it in detail. So This is a combination of the set square and the ruler. So actually I have to make this backwards. So let's draw the things. So this is for the ninth division. This is for the ninth division. Ninth division. So for the eighth division, the seventh, for the sixth, for the fifth, for the fourth, third, second, then for the first division. So we are good to go. We'll divide it into 10 equal parts. So we are going to take 5 divisions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this part. So let's take these 10 divisions that we've measured. Let's take them to the right. So we have them at the right now. So we have 1 to the right, 2 to the right, 3 to the right, 4 to the right, 5 to the right, 6 to the right, 7 to the right, 8 to the right, 9 to the right, then finally 10 to the there. So I won't take it to the extreme right though. So we'll take 5 divisions here because we are using 50. We have 50 millimeters here. 50. And we need 55.9 millimeters. So we'll take 50 here. We'll take 5 on the horizontal scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This here will stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll stop here, and then we'll take 5 divisions on the vertical scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where this is the distance we're looking for. So at the intersection of this horizontal scale and the vertical scale, we have it here. So this will be the 55.9 millimeters. So all you need to do is just take it upwards. Take it up, draw a line and take it upwards. That point, take it upwards. So and then you draw your length. So this is 55. This has a length of 55.9 millimeters. So you can see that this diagonal scale has given us two significant figures of measurement apart from the main scale. So thanks for watching, and I hope you understand this concept.